template store. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about gradient colours in shapes. If we go over to this section here where it says elements and click on that, it brings up this section. If you see shapes there, click on see all and it'll bring various different shapes that are available in Canva. I'm going to click on a circle initially, just so we can see it's come up as a black circle. I'll just make that slightly larger so you get a better idea. Now if we click on the colour palette box there, you can see in Canva it comes up with the default colours and it does come up with a section of their own gradient colours. By this, if you click on one, it will do gradient colours that are pre-selected. But we're going to be looking at doing our own custom colours, so I'll just take that to light grey initially. Take that back up there. If you click on this plus sign here, it comes up with this section where you can put your own custom colours in for solid colours. We're looking at gradient though, so we're going to click on that section there, and because I chose grey, it's come up with a gradient of grey. So you have a lighter grey and then a darker grey. And you can see from that you've got the light to the left and the dark to the right. The style, we're on the first one. If you click on that one, you can see it's lighter at the top and darker at the bottom. And as you go through them, it's just basically repositioning where the colour is. We've got two colours here initially. If we click on this plus sign, we can add a new colour. So I'm going to change this to something quite bright so it's noticeable. So if I move that up to red, because I don't have a colour, I'm just going to pop a red in, and you can see when you're on that section that's put like a red rim. But obviously, as a good example, if we take it back to the first one, then you've got the light grey you started with, darker grey, and then red at that side, which you can just keep adding to. You can have up to 10 colours in one go. So we've got red, so I'm going to actually put in there, I want a white next. So I'm going to put a bit of white. You've also got percentage there, which is 100% at the moment. If you wanted to edit that, you could take that down to 50% or whatever percentage you want if you just want a little bit of a colour to show. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to leave everything at 100% for now. So then when I click off that, we can now see we've got 4 colours. So I'm going to add a 5th colour. I'm going to do something bright like, we'll look at turquoise and add in a turquoise. And you can see that's added it in on the right hand side. So if I click off that, obviously this is a circle. You can make this larger, you can make it smaller. I'm going to pop that up there and I'm going to add another shape. So if I go with that one, just to have something a little bit different, and we'll try the same again, just so it gives you an idea of what you do. I mean, if you wanted the same shape, because that comes up and that's now like a pre-designed colour, we could literally click on that and it'll make that exactly the same. When you click on that, it brings up the colours that have been used. So if you wanted to use individual colours in your design as well as your mix of colours, obviously you've got the colour codes come up underneath there what you've used. Or you can also delete them. So if I said I didn't want that dark grey and I just wanted it to be light grey on that one, it's got rid of the dark grey. I might get rid of the grey altogether on that one and make that lighter. Or then again, let's add in a bit of purple and make it a little bit darker like that. So we've changed that colour slightly. And obviously, yet again, you can do that. If on this design you don't like the layout, so you check all those and you think you're not sure about how it looks, you can also change the shape change the shape, change the position, should I say, of your actual product so that it will change the direction as well. It really depends on what you're doing with the design. This is probably a better example of this would actually be if I delete that and I delete that and we show you a square, because this is where you can actually cover and make a background section as well. So if you cover your entire section and then start again, go back to that plus sign, click on gradient, and initially it will show you that, but I want to make it a bit brighter, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a colour. I'm going to add a pink. More of a bright pink there. And then I'm going to add turquoise. And then I'm going to add a white, which will do for that. And then I want to add an orange. Looks like an orangey up there sort of colour. But I'm going to take those darker ones off at that end and make that brighter. I think we've got 4, we'll add one more in. So let's have a look. Let's have a red. So we've got a bit of red and a bit of pink. Right, so we've got 5 colours there. Obviously it's on this style at the moment. You can change it to that style. That one's okay. I suppose that will be good depending on what you were doing. You can have different angles, but the beauty of it when you're doing it as a background, because I quite like, I'm going to take it back to that, but then I'm going to make this larger. Let me just reduce my page slightly so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to click on this section here, which means you can move it around, and then I'm physically going to move it that way, because it doesn't give me that option. It does it the other way, and I would like that to show that way. And you can mess around with this as much as you want till you're happy with, as long as it's over, because obviously if it doesn't overlap there you're going to get the background, but you can mess around with that till you're happy and then just click off it and you've created your own custom background colour. So that's how you do shapes. You literally just click on the colour there, your plus sign, go to your gradients and add up to 10 colours, choose which style you want, or faff about with it yourself if you're doing it as a background. And that's all there is to doing gradient colours on shapes. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do so. We are going to be adding a lot more videos on little tips and tricks and things you can do in Canva, so hopefully you'll find these useful.